The news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Ministry of Health confirms in a media briefing the implementation of 15 new health projects. The Sultanate of Oman affirms its solidarity with the state of Kuwait regarding its sovereignty over its maritime areas as the foreign minister and the Iraqi counterpart stress the necessity to resolve disputes through peaceful means. And the public establishment for industrial estates will begin implementation of the first phase of Al Suwaik Industrial City project this year. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Alar Karis of the Republic of Estonia on his country's National Day. The Ministry of Health has unveiled in a media briefing key achievements marking a year of major milestones, digital transformation and expanded specialized services, reinforcing Oman's steady progress towards a sustainable and high-quality healthcare system under Vision 2040. Here's a report.
Health is the true wealth of nations, the silent guardian of every home, and the foundation upon which progress is built. In a clear signal of confidence and forward momentum, the Minister of Health, during a media briefing, outlined a new phase in Oman's healthcare journey, one that moves beyond the expansion towards sustainability, innovation, and national excellence. In his keynote address, His Excellency the Minister of Health reaffirmed that healthcare remains a center pillar of Oman Vision 2040, supported by the gracious attention of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. May God protect and preserve him. He stressed that the ministry's direction focuses on prevention, efficiency, governance, and strengthening national medical capabilities. The ministry's strategic path centers on localizing advanced medical services, expanding digital health solutions, and enhancing equitable access to care across all governorates. A defining milestone of 2025 was the successful performance of Oman's first heart transplant, a reflection of growing national expertise and reduced reliance on overseas treatment. Waiting times in several specialties were significantly reduced, emergency services strengthened, and subspecialties expanded to improve patients' experience. Digital transformation accelerated with thousands of virtual consultations, delivered a broader integration of health information systems, improving access and efficiency. At the same time, the ministry intensified screening programs and public health initiatives to prevent chronic diseases and promote healthier lifestyles, reaffirming that protecting health begins before illness. Major national projects, including the National Women and Child Health Center, the National Genome Program, and specialized centers for eye care and rehabilitation, are shaping the next phase of healthcare development. Together, these efforts reflect a resilient and forward-looking health system committed to safeguarding lives and building a healthier Oman for generations to come.
Sultan Qaboos University Council has approved direct admission for students to the following specializations in the colleges of engineering and sciences, as well as literature and social sciences. The second meeting of the current faculty members also highlighted the target enrollment numbers for the university's distinguished undergraduates program for the year 2026-2027 academic year and the regulations governing the Sultan Qaboos University Alumni Association. The council got acquainted with the latest developments in the university's operations across various related arenas. The meeting was presided over by Her Excellency Dr. Madiha bint Ahmed Al-Shaybaniya, Minister of Education and Chairperson of the University Council. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamid Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, and His Excellency Dr. Fuad Hussein, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Iraq, affirmed on the importance of adhering to the principles of international law and respecting sovereignty of the countries. The two sides also emphasized on the necessity of addressing disputes through peaceful means and constructive dialogue in a way that contributes to consolidation and security and stability, and achieving the aspirations of the people of the region for development and prosperity. This came during a phone call between the two sides of the Council on the current developments in the region. The Foreign Ministry issued a statement as follows. The Sultanate of Oman affirmed its solidarity with the State of Kuwait regarding its sovereignty over all its maritime areas. The Sultanate of Oman called on the Republic of Iraq to take into consideration the course of their historical and fraternal relations between the State of Kuwait, as well as the principles of good neighborhood lines and international law. In addition to the provisions of the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea in a manner consistent with understanding, agreements and memoranda of understanding concluded between the two brotherly countries. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Municipal Council in Al Wusta Governorate held a meeting during which it discussed a request for a site for fish farming in the Wilaya of Mahut was the most prominent topic. The Council also discussed the most prominent development projects proposed for 2026 across the Governorate's various wilayas, reviewing all service and technical aspects of these projects, which are expected to commence this year. The Municipal Council also considered a request to amend and merge land plots to establish a high-quality multi-activity development project in the Wilaya of Haima, which would provide job opportunities for the Governorate's citizens. Al Suwaik Industrial City in North Al Batna Governorate represents a recent addition to the industrial cities in the Sultanate of Oman. The city offers exceptional incentives to investors in various sectors. Here's a report.
As-Suwaiq Industrial City in North Al-Batina Governorate represents a qualitative addition to the industrial cities in the Sultanate of Oman. The Public Authority for Industrial Estates Madain continues to implement the infrastructure and facilities project for the first phase of the city, which is currently in the stage of analysing the technical and financial bids, with execution works expected to commence within this year. The project in its first phase includes a development of 5 million square meters, which encompasses the creation of internal road networks, water, electricity, sewage systems, and other essential facilities and services. The tender also involves the establishment of several greenhouses to apply modern hydroponic farming techniques, contributing to food security and enhancing agricultural investment and supporting industries. Although As-Suwaiq Industrial City is still in the preparation stage for establishing the infrastructure, it already received over 14 investment requests last year in various sectors, such as food, marble, plastics, and construction materials. 2 of these projects have been localized, with a total investment amounting to 400,000 Omani Riyals. Madain offers exceptional incentives to investors, including a 2-year exemption from rent, followed by a 50% reduction for the next 3 years. This initiative aims to make this industrial city an attractive destination for both local and international investments, especially given the availability of modern infrastructure and streamlined government services. As-Suwaiq Industrial City will contribute to providing job opportunities for citizens and be an enabler for entrepreneurs to launch innovative projects, in addition to enhancing non-oil revenues for the national economy.
The blessed month of Ramadan holds a special place in the hearts of Muslims. It is a time when faith is renewed, nights are filled with the sounds of recitation and supplication, and mosques overflow with worshippers. Our next report takes us on a journey across several countries.
During Ramadan, Arab and Islamic countries experience a spiritual atmosphere intertwined with special feelings and social customs. Values of solidarity and compassion are renewed, and the sounds of supplication and Quranic recitation rise, uniting feelings regardless of distance. From the sacred precincts of the Grand Mosque in Mecca, the most beautiful images of devotion and tranquility are embodied during these nights. The circumambulation courtyard is filled, and the corridors of the mosque are crowded with worshippers, while the tongues of those fasting rise in supplication and Quranic recitation, resonating in every corner of the Grand Mosque. From Mecca to Jerusalem, the scene is renewed at the blessed Al-Aqsa Mosque, where worshippers flock to its courtyards, clinging to the spirit of worship, embodying the values of steadfastness and perseverance, and adorned with the blessings of the holy month, despite the restrictions and measures imposed by the Israeli occupation authorities on worshippers. The spirituality of this holy month extends to all corners of the world, where scenes of faith are renewed in the Far East. In the Indonesian capital, Jakarta, the nights of Ramadan glow with the sounds of Taraweeh prayers and Quranic recitation, filling mosque and prayers halls with interconnected rows of worshippers, humble hearts, and an atmosphere of tranquility and harmony. The same scene of faith is repeated thousands of miles away in West Africa, where the voices of worshippers ring out in prayer in Nigeria. The spirit of solidarity and compassion is evident as families gather and markets bustle in an atmosphere of warmth, mercy, tranquility, and joy at the arrival of the month of worship. In South Asia, the Pakistani city of Karachi experiences vibrant Ramadan nights. Rows of worshippers fill the mosques and squares. The call to prayer and Quranic recitations resonate, and the streets are adorned with lights. Markets are crowded as residents purchase supplies to help them perform their religious duties, reflecting another side of the spirituality of the blessed month of Ramadan. From South Asia, the spirituality of this holy month extends to the heart of Central Europe, where the city of Sarajevo maintains its deeply rooted Ramadan traditions. Historic mosques once again welcome worshippers, and the nights of Ramadan take on a special character that the city has come to expect during this holy month. Despite geographical differences and vast distances, the scene remains the same in this blessed month, where feelings are united by the values of solidarity, mercy, and harmony.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Ministry of Health confirms in a media briefing the implementation of 15 new health projects. The Sultanate of Oman affirms its solidarity with the state of Kuwait regarding its sovereignty over its maritime areas, as the foreign minister and his Iraqi counterpart stress the necessity to resolve disputes through peaceful means. And the Public Establishment for Industrial Estates will begin implementing the first phase of Al-Suwaiq Industrial City project this year. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios, it's good night and stay safe.